Cheers! Today I've got a red drink and a red shirt because we are talking about Spider-Man. Also, I wanted to show off, boom! Can you see that? Spider-Man facing off with Dr. Doom. We got Tom and RDJ. I don't know, I thought they were cool. I saw them at a local comic shop, so I bought them. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Today we want to talk about the controversial topic of ranking Spider-Man movies. Also, I will add that this has been incredibly difficult trying to actually rank these. This is the first time I've actually sat down and went through each Spider-Man movie. Oh, live action Spider-Man movie. Because live action was hard enough. I didn't want to try and interweave into the Spider-Verse stuff into this ranking list. Maybe we will in the future. So it's live action. It's extremely difficult. People are extremely opinionated on which are their favorite, which actors are their favorite. We're not going to talk about that today. That's another topic as well. And then another topic is suits. Which ones are the best suit out of all of them? Speaking of suits and what kind of motivated me to make this video in the first place, we have some new information on Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I wanted to look at that as well. Here's the suit. Yeah, Tom posted this, and this is even after the little teaser trailer where we get a pretty good look at what the newest suit is. And I gotta say right off the bat, it looks great. It's got that longer spider. Apparently it's raised webbing. It's got the blue and the red and then the black webbing. It's more classic. It's awesome. It looks great. So I thought I'd mention that because, yeah, after years, we are finally hearing from Tom Holland again. We're finally hearing from Spider-Man again. Just news about it. So I thought I'd mention that because I think it's really cool. It's crazy to think about how long ago the last Spider-Man movie came out. Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's actually check that. 4 years ago, yeah. Almost 4 years ago. That's crazy. Definitely doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it has. So, with that out of the way, let's take a look at my ranking for the Spider-Man live action movies. So in these rows we have we have Toby, we have Andrew, and then we have Tom. Also, before we get started, I expect you all to compliment my amazing whiteboard that I made for this. And if you don't, I will be sad. And then I'll ban you from my channel forever. So let's just get this over with. It's so painful to rank all these. But let me check with my list. Number 8, Womp Womp, is boom, The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I don't hate it, I just don't love it the most. Honestly, for me, suits have a really big part in movies, and I really despised this suit. It was too shiny. It looked weird. It was, yeah, too shiny and looked weird. I thought Peter Parker was too cool in this movie, like riding a skateboard, looking like a model. Thanks, Andrew Garfield. It just, I don't know. It's just last on my list. I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy all the others. That being said, I also did not enjoy Homecoming as much as the others either. While reflecting on it, when it came out, I was all for it. I loved it. I still do love it. I don't know, maybe I just have seen it so many times that it bores me now. And we've got a Spider-Man that it relies on Tony Stark, which I'm fine with overall, but it's not street level. There's no MJ, there's no Gwen Stacy. Obviously, we have Michelle, who later gets known as MJ. But it's not Mary Jane. We don't have any Harry Osborn, any of those main characters. I did really like Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I thought the story overall was nice. It was cool. It did what it needed to do. But, like, I don't know, for Tom Holland's Spider-Man, it kind of felt like a tug of war with him. It's like, we need you for Civil War. Now we don't need you in Homecoming, really. We need you. We don't need you. We need you. We don't need you. It's like, what is it? Although this one was, I think, supposed to be meant to be more street level, obviously, like he was fighting petty crimes or whatever, until the Vulture came in. It's like he was promoted, demoted, promoted, demoted. I don't know if that makes sense, but I felt like that was... Who is... Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. My home was being invaded, so I had to fight them off. But now that we're back, what was I saying? I don't even remember. We were talking about Homecoming and how it's number 7th. Moving on, number 6, OG Spider-Man. I know. Why number 6th? There's a lot of things that I don't like about it that I feel some of the other movies do better. And I feel like a lot of people rank this higher just because it was the original. Now, that being said, I respect it a ton. It's one of the best superhero movies of the time. Like the birth of good superhero movies. Yeah, 2001, I think it came out. Around that time. And yes, it was great for that time for superhero movies. And it's still a great movie. I love going back to it. But I just feel like Tom's version looks more like Peter Parker. Andrew's version acts more like Spider-Man when he's in the suit. And Tobey's version is like that happy medium middle. I still madly respect the movie. But that's just my opinion. Enough said on that. Number 5, we've got Spider-Man 3. I know, crazy. Let's move that down. Spider-Man 3. Why? I liked how it had a lot of villains in it. Even though that's a complaint that some people have for this movie. They're like, they were trying to do too much. They had 3 or 4 main villains in it. I liked it. I also liked how Venom was in this. Venom suit. Yeah, that whole side of Peter Parker. I like how it's memeable nowadays. I watch it now, and like, there's at least 8 different parts where it's a meme. A lot more than that, most likely. But it's just fun to watch. Even though it might not technically be the best of the best Spider-Man movies, it's a fun movie to watch, more so than these other ones, in my opinion. Now, the last of Tobey's, number 4, Spider-Man 2. It's a good movie. We've got Spider-Man trying to juggle college, a job, being Spider-Man, and then he gives up Spider-Man altogether. I will say these movies, I love J. Jonah Jameson. He's great. That's just a side note, though, that I wanted to say. Just because when I was thinking of Spider-Man hanging up the suit, J. Jonah Jameson putting it on, that part is hilarious, and I love it. Anyways, that being said, we had villain Otto Octavius. We had, stuff going on between MJ and Peter. Peter wrestling with, do I want to be Spider-Man? Do I not want to be Spider-Man? I think it's a good movie. And that's why I put it at number 4. Now, if I haven't made you incredibly mad and you're still here, we are in the top 3 for Spider-Man movies. And in third place, bronze, we've got The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Why do I like this movie? Why does it deserve to be third? I really like Andrew Garfield, especially as Spider-Man, the character. As Peter Parker, like I mentioned earlier, I have my critiques, but in terms of Spider-Man, when he's got the suit on, I love him the best out of all of them. I'm pretty sure. Also, this suit in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my favorite out of all the suits, especially because of the big eyes. The big eyes. It seems very comic booky, and I feel like Spider-Man should have the big eyes. I hate how this one, it's got the regular eyes. It's whatever. But I just feel that the suit was great. I liked Electro as the villain in this movie. And even though this is something that I don't like and wish never happened, but it makes the movie better, in my opinion, because of it, is that Gwen Stacy ends up dying at the end. It sucks. It does suck. And it hurts. And you're like, wow, they really just did that. And I feel that that adds points, in my book at least, to this movie and how highly I've ranked it. So, with that, I'm sure there's things that I've missed out, but that's my thoughts on The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and why it's number 3 in my book. So that leaves us to the last 2. They're both Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Second, Far From Home. Why do I like this movie so much? Mainly Jake Gyllenhaal as Mephisto. That's not right. Mysterio. Oh my god. Mephisto. What am I saying? Mysterio, yeah. As Mysterio, they caught me off guard. They did. And, okay, so wait, pause. Actually, no, we'll go into it. Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. They caught me off guard. I was like, I remember vividly in the theater being like, wow, Jake Gyllenhaal is like, his acting is just, Because obviously I thought he was on the good guy team for this movie. Because sometimes they do that in movies. You know, you got Two-Face being friends with Batman. That's just a thing of the comics. And I thought, okay, maybe they're switching it up. Or it's like, okay, Mysterio was a friend at first. So I just assumed he was a friend throughout the movie. And then I remember vividly being like, Jake Gyllenhaal's acting is just like, meh. And then we get the switch up, and I was like, oh. So dude was acting, if that makes sense, when he was being a good guy trying to save the world from these element monsters. Another thing I really liked is the struggle that Peter has now that Iron Man is gone. He's like, oh, what do I do? How do I live on with this? And then there's that interaction with Aunt May, and it's their relationship, because now she knows that he's Spider-Man. So obviously she wants to help him in any way she can. The only thing I didn't really like about this movie is that it was overseas. It wasn't even in America. If it was in America, then maybe this would be my favorite. I don't know. I just thought Spider-Man is a very American superhero, and although I like how, sure, they switched it up or whatever, I don't know. It's not a big deal, but it's just something that I don't like about this movie. But all the other parts of the movie, I really enjoy it. I enjoy how him and MJ kind of, their relationship grows. His relationship with Ned is growing, with Flash is growing. Like, these characters are getting built up around him. He's an actual superhero now. I say superhero. What I really mean is, I guess, A-list hero in this world, aka being an Avenger, where you're on call to help save the world. And we see that with Nick Fury, kind of calling him to be like, hey, it's your turn to save the world, dude. I'm going to need you to handle this. So he's got that to deal with. And then he fails. He fails pretty big, but then comes back and kind of builds his own suit, that sort of thing, and helps save the world. And I really, really liked the whole Mysterio scene where he's getting, like, beat up in this illusion projection. I just thought it was a really cool concept. The way they did Mysterio, instead of it being magic, it's like technology to kind of portray these illusions, these grand projections, that sort of thing. I thought that was a cool touch. And then, yeah. And then at the very end, the whole twist where it's like, hey, Spider-Man is Peter Parker. And then it ends there. So I liked that. And that's why I liked it. And that leaves us with Far From Home being number one. I know. The whole Far From Home movie is just a big nostalgia fest. But I still enjoyed it a lot. And it's got all three of the Spider-Men in it, which only adds to it. Like, the story in general, it's kind of all over the place, and you're like, okay, what are we doing here? And then the ending, I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it does clear the slate and pave the way for a Spider-Man that everyone wants, the street-level Spider-Man of this universe, of Tobey's universe, where, yeah, he's a struggling college kid. He's poor, he's broke, he lives in an apartment by himself, he's lonely most of the time. We're all looking forward to that, and this kind of paves the way for it. And at the same time, bringing in all the Spider-Men and the villains of the past, which I thought was cool. Maybe I'm just a chump for that. But I enjoyed it. It was a fun time at the theater. Everyone was hyped for it. Everyone was kind of theorizing what was going to happen. And I will say one thing that kind of pushes it higher than all the rest is that scene where Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man saves MJ, and he's kind of losing it emotionally because, yeah, it reminds him of when he tried to save Gwen and he couldn't. Dude, I was, if not on the verge of tears, very close to it in the theaters. That part just ripped at my heart, and I was like, oh my god. But at least Andrew got closure from that. I say Andrew. You know what I mean. Andrew's Peter Parker got closure from that. Yeah, and then their whole dynamic of like it's themselves, but then this whole brother dynamic, and then you're Peter 1, you're Peter 2, I'm Peter 3. Okay, let's go. And that scene too was really, really cool, where they're all like helping each other to swing and they're all in unison, and I'm like, okay, it all clicked. They got it. They're on the same page. So it was a fun movie to watch, and I think that's why I've put it at the top of my list. Now, we can argue about the structure of story or like how the villains tie into it or all these other aspects of movies, but in my opinion, that's no fun. A movie is about sitting down and being entertained, and in terms of that, this is my list for it. Most entertaining for me to least. If you've gotten this far into the video, I thank you so much. I'm sure it's hard to sit through for many reasons, maybe just because this is such a controversial topic because everyone's got an opinion on this, and it's so hard to kind of rank one above the other. That being said, I do want to hear your guys' rankings. Please leave that in the comments because I do want to read through all of yours and that sort of thing. If you want to debate which actors you think are the best for Spider-Man, go ahead and do so. But I will say I want to do a whole nother video talking about that. And then maybe a whole other video talking about just ranking the suits from each of the movies. And maybe that could even include like the PlayStation game, Miles Morales' movies, the animated ones. I don't know, we'll see. But for this video, if you do want to leave a comment, I do want to hear what your guys' rankings are for the live action movies. And why? Why do you like one above the other? Or why do you think my ranking is just piss poor? I do want to hear what you guys have to say. I love hearing what other people think about this sort of thing. So let me know. Yeah, and if you like this sort of thing, please consider subscribing. It means a ton. It means a lot more than you guys know. I love talking about movies and this sort of thing, especially superhero movies. So yeah, if you like listening to this sort of thing or like talking about this sort of thing as well, that's what I do. One last look at my cool little comics. What else? Is that all? I think it is. Yeah, because I've been yapping for too long. I've been yapping. Bottom line is, I'm excited for Mr. Tom Holland's next Spider-Man movie. Everyone, excuse me, that was disgusting. Yeah, Spider-Man, one of my favorite superheroes, that's for sure. Not more than Batman, but close second, I think. All right, guys, I'll let you get on with your day. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Now scram!